Hello, everybody. My name is Alex Liga, and I am delighted to be here as part of HIUS 512, studying the American Revolution, and really excited to cast this first video of the class for our first week here. And I think the topic is fantastic for selecting a site off of our list of availables and kind of applying it to how we would incorporate it with an educational curriculum and kind of looking at the larger context of it. And after going through each one of them, I definitely was falling in love with the Boston Freedom Trail. And what I really found was nice about it is I hopped on Google Street View, and I was able to get right down and see what everything looked like at the street level. And one of the excellent sites of that was the location of the Boston Massacre. I found it fascinating that you could see the Customs House on King Street, and it looks like it hasn't aged a day. Turn yourself 180 degrees and you're in this built-up city, very modern. It's really interesting. I've never been to Boston personally, so I found this to be a really interesting prospect. I think to get the full experience of the Boston Massacre, you'd have to go at the right time. You'd want to see that snow-filled. It took place on 5 March 1768 at about 8 p.m. at night, and before streetlights and everything were around. It was just that moonlit, bouncing off the snow, picturesque settings. And I think it would just be a great experience to walk up to the Customs House and see where Private Hugh White was backed up against the door, and then the butt stroke to Edward Garish, all the threats and all the yelling that was going on. If I go there during the winter, I'm probably going to throw at least one snowball just so I can kind of feel the full experience of the lead up to it. And just to look around on the streets and imagine the sound of church bells ringing, a fire alarm, people flooding out, and just seeing Captain Preston march the Knights Guard down, lining up in that horseshoe formation and forming firing lines, and there's the pandemonium that ensued. With how important of a topic it is in the overall picture of American history, with where that 1768 really just was that point with the Townshend Acts and everything surrounding it. I think it would be a fantastic field trip to take at any education level. I mean, I would love it taking a high school class there and showing them just where that huge turning point was. You can look at the larger historiographical context of it and everything from contemporary accounts to George Bancroft all the way up to our Middlecroft text that we're reading right now. It's inarguable of just where the Boston Massacre represented the condition of the colonies at the time, with Boston being on the leading edge with all of these things all of these events that were going on leading up to the American Revolution. And I think that it would be a very meaningful and very well worth trip to organize and take everyone on. Now, from Minot, North Dakota, not exactly the most convenient place to fly to, but if I ever get back to the East Coast, that will definitely be on my list of places to go, and I would love to walk that Boston Freedom Trail. So, well, thank you everyone, and God bless.